Keith Kandaka joins me now, who will be standing in Nuneaton as the Green candidate. Now, Nuneaton, we know, is a very important seat. When we were speaking to Joshua Nevitt yesterday, a political reporter, he said it was a bellwether seat. You know which way the country's going to go pretty much, depending on what happens in Nuneaton. So presumably it would be a shock if the Greens took the seat. Good morning to you, Keith. Thank you for joining us. A reminder as well, we will be keeping an eye on the time as we speak to you. What can you do, Keith, to pull off a shock in Nuneaton?
Good morning, Vic. I'd love to pull off a shock. I think me coming second might be a shock. I mean, I've worked 12 years as a councillor in Nuneaton. I've opposed the Labour administration for 9 years and the Conservatives for 3. And yeah, the way the system works is most people vote for the two big parties. But that's only 2/3 of the population. 1/3 vote for the smaller parties. And we really need a strong voice from Nuneaton. Even when I'm not running the council, I'm pushing to get things happening. Things happen because of strong opposition. We have a medical centre opened on St Nicholas Park because I was pushing for it. I want to push for new railway stations opening like Stocking Ford. And I think having a Green in the room, even if we come second or third, the bigger I vote, the more impact we have and the more we change things.
Are you going to convince people by saying, do you know what, even if I come second or third, it's okay?
I'm here standing up for the population of my town, the town I was born in, and Greens across Coventry and Warwickshire will be doing the same. And yeah, I will get a far better vote this time than ever before. We can't just keep on with the two-party system. And there's lots of things where those two parties are going to do the same thing. So if you, for example, the war in Gaza, having someone with a different point of view is really, really important. And more local issues like student loans, all the things that matter. It's always important to have diversity in Parliament and diversity in the opposition. The person who Marcus is most afraid of is not Labour in some circumstances, it's Keith, because I'm raising the local issues, standing up for my residents, pointing out when they're dumping sewage into the river or they're going to cut our fire service in Nuneaton. The person who's going to be passionately fighting to keep 2 fire engines in Nuneaton is going to be me, because I don't have to worry about the national politics. I can just be an absolutely loud, outspoken champion for my town.
Yeah, but national politics matter, don't they? As we've been hearing, one of the big pressing worries for most people is how we pay for life, how we pay our bills, how we put food on the table. Keith, what can you do about that?
We need to change the balance. We are the 5th, 6th or 7th richest country in the world, but so much of the wealth is down in London, it's in corporations, and it's a tax evasion and avoidance and the distribution of wealth that's the problem. We are not poor in Britain. We are actually got massive inequalities. And you look at things like the clawback for people who got paid too much wages when they're doing care for their relatives. Yeah, these things are taking money out of the local economy and making the poor even poorer. So standing up for the inequalities will actually not necessarily make the country wealthier, but make people in Coventry and Warwickshire wealthier. It's the inequalities that's the problem. It's like in the world, we have enough food to feed everyone, but actually loads of people are starving because actually some people have far more than they need and are chucking it away. And it's the same with wealth. We have enough wealth in the United Kingdom, but the wealth is very unevenly distributed. Coventry and Warwickshire, particularly the north side of Warwickshire, really doesn't get a fair deal. And we need to change how things are done, how tax works. Everything needs to actually be more fair and even-handed. Yeah, you go down to Nuneaton, and it was said in the programme last night, question time, you go down Coventry, there is no money in the town centres. They are dying. Yeah, we haven't got the prosperity that is happening elsewhere. And when everyone has less and less money, when all their bills are going up, then they spend less in the town centre. They spend less in the markets, less in the pubs. Yeah, we're in a downward spiral, not because of their lack of money, but because some people have got vast amounts of wealth.
Keith, we have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed.